Yo, shout out to the most high. It's always the highest, even when we don't lower say it's L-Deez. Also known Lawrence One for another episode of I Need to Know, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to my boy S-Class. Today is his birthday, you know what I'm saying? It is March 15th, you know, and shout out to Flood for giving me the gear. AMG Music Group, I got some new gear coming, you know. But I got me a special guest, man. Introduce yourself, G.
What's going on? What's going on? And I just need a ride of it. It's Mico cocky, baby.
What's up, man?
What's going on with you?
Check this out. I want to know this. I always ask all my guests, how did you get your name? Start.
First off, Mico like my real name, and then the cocky part came. It's crazy how it came about. I really just wanted something catchy.
Yeah.
And I was with my daughter mother at the time, and she was like talking about my personality, how I was just hella flamboyant and shit. And we was watching some anime shit, and like it was like some roosters and shit like that. So like a cock-a-doodle-doo type shit. And I'm like, she started calling me cocky, and I just put this shit together. That's just like in a nutshell how that shit came out.
So she helped you put part of your name together. So when that bag come, do she think that she gonna get part of it?
She entitled to it.
That's right. We just talked about that. We just talked about titles. I got a few motherfuckers trying to pat my pocket soon as this shit blow. Hey, look how Rick Ross say, money to blow.
That nigga got more than money to blow right now.
For sure, man. Shout out to the big man, boss. But check this out, though. What was your rap name before Mico Cocky?
It was just Mico.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Okay, dope,
Yeah,
dope.
yeah.
That's dope when rappers be having like their real name and they don't have to step too far out.
Yeah.
You know, a nigga name might be Jerome, but on the mic, this nigga might be named Jerome Montana Belafonte Luciano. You know what I'm saying? You like, who was this nigga? That nigga played the piano in church.
That's crazy.
For sure. So talk about the first time you start rapping. Like, where did your hip hop start?
My hip hop started in the projects, honestly, with a lot of my friends. It's crazy because we was in middle school, I remember to this day, and we came on a Saturday, and the statute of limitations up now. We didn't do nothing bad, but we broke into the school, and they had this tape recorder, like the old school ones with the cassette tapes.
Yeah.
And we took that and some other stuff, and then we went to the crib. And I remember like one of my older brothers was like, y'all know y'all can record? We like, how? We started he showed us how to put tissue in the cassette tape and put it in, and that's how it started for real, like us rapping and stuff. And one of my partners, Gun, I gotta say this, I don't know if you want me to say it, but I'm gonna say it. I thought he was the tightest out of us rapping because he had this verse. And like one of our other partners came after we had recorded it and listened to it, was like, nigga, that ain't yours, that's Mac Dre.
Yeah.
Like, so he had a whole Mac Dre verse put in, and my self-esteem was down because I thought I was tight, like, like with my little bars. And then now he get all the attention, like, oh yeah, but that's how it really started.
You know what's crazy, though? I just got a segue. That's funny that you say that, because shout out to my cousin, Big O from Fillmore. That nigga used to come to church because we used to go to church together, and he said that he could rap, but this nigga was rapping Mac Dre, California Love. And I thought this nigga was tight. I didn't even rap back then. I thought this nigga was tight. Every first Sunday, they would say, my name is Mac Dre, I got a thing to say. I got Nike shoes. And I'm like, this nigga is tight. Yeah. And my cousin, he's short and chubby. That nigga feet used to look like little 6-inch Subway sandwiches. Because they was hella fat, though. You know what I'm saying, though. Shout out to my cousin Big O, though.
Subway sandwiches.
For sure, though. So y'all broke into school, so that's how y'all motherfucking rap career started.
Yeah.
God works in mysterious ways. You needed that tape recorder.
And then from there, it went on to where it was like this older cat that used to come around, and he just was like, y'all need to go to a real studio. So he started taking us to the studio down in the back of Trail Hill. Mm-hmm. And at the time, it was this cat. They was calling him Fatback, but now I'm assuming his name is Matt Black. But it was his studio, and we would go in there, and he'd come up. It's crazy because the OG cat he was always on some sneaky shit. He'd get all of us. It's about 10 of us, and he'd be like, just bring like $3. We all in there put the money together, and he'd go in there and talk to the dude in the studio, and he'd come back, all right, yeah, he gonna let y'all record for like 2 hours. And we'd go in there for like $25 or something and record for like 2 hours. And that's it. From there, I thought I knew I wanted to rap, and it didn't get serious for real until I got older.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. So all this is about the time you about 12, right?
About 13, yep.
Okay,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? If y'all all pieced up on studio time for 2 hours, that ain't bad, though.
Yeah. No,
y'all got plugged for $3. That's like a Bammer weed plug. That's a Bammer. That's a fat-ass 7-1 sack in this motherfucker.
Out the little baby Ziploc baggie with the chronic signs on it.
Oh, how the days were good. Oh, look, when we were young. So do you remember the first song that you recorded?
Man, the first song I recorded, I wouldn't even be able to tell you. No, I really wouldn't be able that I actually recorded. No, because the OG cat had the CD, and we used to have to go to his mama house to hear it. He wouldn't make us a CD, give us the CD.
Same person.
The same person.
Can we just call him $3 for all intent?
$3. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to call him $3 the rest of the interview just for all intent purposes.
$3, yeah.
Not young buck. $3.
Yeah, $3. $3 was a mania individual, yo. He was a mania individual. But I wouldn't be able to tell you the first song that I recorded, but the first song I remember recording was when I got to like high school, and it was off when it was like off I think like a Plies beat or something like that.
So this is like 06 then.
The beat was from then. This wasn't there. Like this was like I say like 08. Okay. And then I know I wanted it was called Firewater. It was like something like, oh, I got that firewater shit that make your stomach leave your head. It was something, but I thought it was tight. But now I'll be like, oh, hell no. What was I doing? Like, that shit trash.
Yeah. Okay. So the name of your crew, right? Or the clique that you in, is that Blueface?
Yeah, Blueface Kids.
Was that the first crew that you was in?
Nuh-uh. It wasn't really a crew. It just was like a conglomerate of just little badass kids.
Okay.
Like, yeah. Like it wasn't really like a...
Well, was that the first conglomerate of badass kids you was in making music with? Or?
Yeah. That one, yeah.
Okay, for sure. Talk about some of the members.
Damn. Shit. They damn near gone, honestly. Well, Gun, he's still around. He don't do music. None of them do music. You know,
okay.
That was just for fun. And then, two of them passed away. And then, who else I could say? Yeah, pretty much it. Like that. The rest is, it just got to a point where it was like a civil thing going on.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you keep it going?
I like to do it. Like honestly, I like music, and it got to a point for me where I dream big. You know what I mean? I'm one of them niggas that sit in front of the computer and I'm looking on Realtor.com at the mansion that costs $3 million, and I'm like, I'm gonna get that. So dreaming big allowed me to be like, how I'm gonna accomplish that. And the only way I saw for myself, and we got to change that for the future, the kids and stuff like that. But only way I saw myself doing that was through music, through rap. So that's why I kept going, why I keep going. Like that's where the bag at for me. Like I don't see nothing else right now. It's like this or nothing.
Okay, I gotta ask you a question. Coming up, like a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, or kids, I should say, you know, coming up like in the inner city. Did you ever want to be a professional sports athlete or something like that?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
What sport?
Football.
Football,
basketball. I mean, I played all sports, but where I saw myself going all the way in was football. Yeah.
So you was a running back?
I played running back. I played receiver.
You look like a little fast little nigga stealing loaf of breads out the store with a, you know what I'm saying? Let me take a, like you might snatch the home bride bread. He getting the good shit. The home bride bread, you know what I'm saying? Strike down the street, then the motherfucker might, oh shit, let me go back and get a potato on the way back.
Nah, it's funny you say that. You had one of my partners that's from the Blueface Kids up here. I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure you had JFK up here.
Shout out to JFK, that's Neff.
Yeah, so it's funny you said that about snatching stuff. I remember when we was like 12, it was Valentine's Day, and we wanted to get our mama something. And it's like you got the projects, and then you got like, you know, the nice neighborhoods, and then you got the nice neighborhood grocery store where they actually have fruits and stuff. They used to have these flowers out front, fresh in the water. It was Valentine's Day, and we was like, what we gonna give moms and them, you know what I mean? So me and him came up with, we gonna run past and take the flowers. So we go around the corner, we look at the little clerk, he down putting his head down, ringing somebody up, we snatch the flowers and run all the way back to the project. Like, so when you said to snatch the bread, you weren't too far off. It just was roses.
You know what I'm gonna say? If y'all didn't get the flowers, it could have been another tape recorder. For sure, man. Shout out to JFK though.
Yeah.
So do y'all do a lot of music together?
Yeah, me and him personally, we've been doing music together since I was probably like 16.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Yeah. So me and him, you know, did a lot of music together. Just that's like my brother, you know, like part of the relationship.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was saying like in the interview that all y'all was pretty close and stuff like that.
Nah.
So when he's saying this, everybody that actually sits in this chair, I'm just kind of matching the face with what he already told me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's cool though because these are your childhood friends.
Yeah. All childhood. It's like we all from the same block, projects. Like they mama is my mama type. We got our like ass whooped together like type. Yeah.
So you've been knowing these motherfuckers your whole life?
My whole life.
Like elementary?
Yeah, literally elementary. Daniel Webster, yeah.
And did y'all parents go to the same school together too?
Nah. Okay. They definitely go to the same school together. It's just, you know, just some neighborhood type stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about the new single.
Definitely. Somebody featuring Quando Rondo and KZ Volks just dropped it about 3 days ago. It's doing really well right now. The record itself been out for a little minute, but it's doing crazy numbers. Got like 9 million plays just on the audio itself, and it's a vibe. Like somebody, I feel like it's one of them timeless records that is gonna be played like forever. You know, you get some records that's hot, and like in about 3 months it's out of there. It was the hottest thing at the time, but this one of them records that I wholeheartedly feel like it's not going nowhere. Like it's gonna stick. Yeah. Like weddings, everywhere. Like,
what is the song about?
It's about like kind of like a ghetto love story where you got the guy, you know, he rocking with his girl type thing, but it's like a little bit intimate as well, like, cause one of the lines I'm saying like beat the pussy, fall asleep inside of it type. You know, like you know, that's my girl type situation vibe. You know, let's bring out the champagne glasses, let's sip. But it's a ghetto love story for real about his commitment to his girl and the girl commitment to him, and like going back and forth, like a modern day type, like real love type situation. Like, and then,
Okay, now you said, this is what I thought I heard you say. You said you got Quando Rondo on it, right?
Yeah.
Is that the remix?
Yes, the remix.
So talk about when you first put the first one out and then the remix. So talk about how you came up with the first one.
The first one, I wrote it. Okay, so the first one, the original, I wrote, and I was rapping at the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like bars. And then I was trying to reach out to get people to sing the hook. Like to really sing the hook, but I was getting curved left and right. Like I didn't really have no name, so I guess they just, you know, moving off of clout. Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna open this DM. So I said, fuck it. put me in the booth, like, you know? So I got in the booth, and like with my natural voice, it got like that rasp to it, and just said, start fucking with it, and did it. But as I wrote it, I knew it was missing something, because I wrote it from like all like a male's perspective. But then as I start listening to it, like me say it, like, 'cause I will record myself on the phone just to hear how it's gonna sound. I'm like, man, this would be dope if I could get a female on it. So I was in the projects, chilling on the block, and Casey happened to see her. Something happened, but she wanted to get put on type sing. Like, man, when you go in the studio, we end up going to the studio. First off, I listened to her, and I'm like, you dope. You know what I mean? Like, she dope. Like, and then we get to the studio. I wrote the hook, and then she sang it. When she sang it, and then we did the back and forth thing, I ain't gonna lie, that was like the most organic dynamite moment ever. Cause it's like this, I knew right there, this shit is fire. Like,
you know what's so great about God when they say God works in mysterious ways? You know that was God not letting them respond to your DMs. Because had they responded, then she probably never would have got the shine that she got.
Yeah, that's facts. That's factor, yeah.
And sometimes, like, when you reach out so much and nobody's responding, that's God saying, no, I don't want them to do it. I want you to do
it. Yeah. Now, I'm a strong believer in that. And, like, if we know God make things happen for a reason, everything happened for a reason.
Yeah, so, definitely. Yeah. So, what kind of numbers did that do, the first one?
All right, so that started, I don't even remember. I just remember it was like 2 months in, and it was damn near viral. Like, it was like, I don't remember, like couple 100,000 or something like that. And you always, as an artist, you just you start off with goals. Like, I want 10,000. You know, when you first start out, and the 10,000 views, oh my, that's good. For me, it was like seeing the numbers was not realistic. I genuinely thought who my baby mama, who was my girl at the time, we didn't have my daughter, was paying for views, like, cause she wanted to see me win so bad.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it. It was going up. I'm like, God,
you know what
damn.
though? Hey man, that is a ghetto love story. I mean, you thought she was paying this shit, man. That's cool though.
Yeah, I thought it was fake views, but it was really viral. Like, I'm getting DMs of girls singing it. I'm pulling up to the light. I'm hearing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
So now you ghetto family. It's legendary. You baby legendary. You know what I'm saying? They calling you the green light monster because every time you pull up, this shit is on go. So how did you get Quando Rondo on the remix?
Okay, so the way that situation happened was, okay, so my manager, PK, he got me over at Empire. And as I'm at Empire, Ghazi, this, you know, like the CEO, he want to do something with the record, but he don't know what to do with the record. Like, he telling us he wants to put certain artists on the record, but for whatever reason, it's not happening. So I got a partner named ER, cool-ass white boy, cool as fuck. I don't know what he did, but he reached out to their team, and then him and PK got together and made that happen. I couldn't even take the credit for that. Like, I don't even know where it happened. When I heard it, I'm one of those, you got to show me. So I didn't believe it. Like, at the time, he got a lot of, you know, he in the blogs all the time right now. It wasn't the same, like, popularity at the time, but I still didn't believe that he was going to get on it. So when it actually happened and Empire, you know, drew up the contract and stuff, and it happened, I was in disbelief. And then when we shot the video, it was still like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not real. This is not real to me right now. I ain't gonna lie.
So walk me through the process.
Okay.
So you got They saying that they gonna get somebody on it. Then it's Quando Rondo. You like, yeah, man, whatever. You niggas say shit all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and back to, let me call my BMs. You got these niggas lying over here too. You know what I'm saying? Everybody lying around this motherfucker. I need to see some proof.
Yeah.
So was it like you left one day and then you came back to the studio and Quando Rondo was on there?
Nah, it was like PK told me that the record got sent to his team, and we waiting on the record. And then I can't remember exactly how it happened, but I remember him calling me and telling me like Quando sent the verse back. And I do remember going to the car. I don't remember if I was at the studio or if he called me, but I remember going to the car to go listen and sitting there like, nigga, this tight as fuck.
Yeah. They hooked that shit up.
Yeah. So that's as close as I can get to it as far as like step for step how it happened, because so much done happened. It sucks because I can't really recall, with these moments. I need to stop and just really look at stuff and take it in. Yeah. But everything right now just going so fast. I'd be like, after this interview, they'd be like, what y'all talk about? I'm like, man, hella shit. Like, I really don't know.
The reason why I asked that, because I think it's very dope, but now we live in a digital age and era where everything could be emailed and stuff like that. Back in the day, if you wanted a feature, they actually had to be in the studio. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that leads me to my next question. Mm-hmm. You met Quando Rondo in person, right?
Yes.
How was that?
It was dope. He a dope cat. He interesting for sure. Interesting. I'm gonna say that. He's a dope. He's genuine. He gave me some cool advice while we shooting. He telling me like, all right, look into that camera. Like, mind you, I shot a lot of videos, but not at that production level. So he was giving me little tips from that, and then about music, telling me about we talked about. He like, what's your deal look like? And I tell him with Empire. And he like, man, that's a good look. Like, that you getting all your money over there, like type situation. Like, don't like when you get to these majors, just make sure you look at everything, like your publishing, and you look at all aspects. So he was a cool dude, like interesting, like I said, because it was sometimes we we couldn't find him. Like, it'd be time to shoot and he off on the phone or something. Like, he just move around a lot, but. Yeah.
Did you go to where he was, or did he come out here?
It was like the same length, because he's from the South, so we linked up in L.A.
Okay.
So we linked up in L.A.
Talking to Mike.
Oh, so we linked up in L.A. We shot that video in L.A. We flew down to L.A. and he flew out to L.A.
Yeah.
So.
That's crazy that California is so big that you said you met him halfway and you're still in California. Like, damn, halfway is just going south.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's dope, though. You know what I'm saying, though? So you got an album out? Well, I mean, what is this song going on? Like, what's your next project?
So right now it's the single. This is the catalyst. Like, this is what's going to take it to the next level, and that's what we pushing right now. That's what. Everything is all somebody. I do have some records in the cuts. I can speak on one in particular that like I'm a fan of, that I can't wait so I can really go in depth about. It's a record called Dope Girl with Seti Hendrix.
Okay.
And it's fire. He come on there with his vibe. He an artist, for y'all not out there that's not familiar with, that signed to DJ Drama's imprint Generation Now, distributed through Atlantic, and he dope. Like, I really like that record like that. But right now, just somebody, you know what I mean? I need all the streams I can get. Like, the bigger this record do, I'll be right back here. We talking about the next record. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So I got to ask you this question. You know what I'm saying? Just coming from a experienced musician standpoint.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this about somebody? Are you kind of nervous to hit the studio because you feel like that's the standard and you feel like you may not live up to that?
Not at all, because somebody is an awesome record, great record. I feel like I'm I'm gonna say that here now. It's gonna get a lot of awards, but I'm not nervous because I've already accomplished to myself and my knowledge making bigger records. They just not out right now. You know what I mean? Like when you trying to follow up and you going in there fresh, like, man, you know, the pressure on, you got this big record. It's a difference. But like when you prepared, you shouldn't be nervous. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't be worried. It should be no type of feelings at all. Like, no negative feelings. So to answer your question, like, nah, not at all.
For sure, man. That's dope. I want to know something though.
Yeah.
You mentioned your manager, right?
Yeah.
How did you find bumping to your manager? Like, what's up with that?
Oh, PK. If they don't know out there, that's the Jack O manager. I met PK. It's like odd because all right, so the Blueface Kids, you know, we had the Makeaway record, and we had Mal Alias moving the group and managing the group, and as a solo artist, I had the Somebody record come out sometime in between all of that. And once it started bubbling, PK got a business partner by the name of John Costin. And John, I met John at a party. I think it was like a Prezi record release party or something like that. And he was like, come to the studio. You know what I mean? Like, let's see what you got going. Like, let me see what some other records. And then when I got there, John is like more into promotions. PK, his partner, took a liking to me, and I don't know how, just organically, he just became like my day-to-day type guy. Like, you know what I mean? So, cause I was like, I needed like as a solo artist, some direction and some management. So I'm like I'm gonna fuck with him. You know what I mean? Like, and he started like low key before we was even on a manager artist type tip, just fucking with me. You know what I mean? Like little stuff if I need it, like he'll come through, or like he'll hit me up like, what you doing? You know what I mean? And in situations like that, like I've had like New Year's has always been like bad for me. You know, we always got that time of year where something bad happened. Yeah. Yeah, so New Year's always was bad for me. And the one New Year, our best New Year I ever had was with PK. Okay. He manages Trax A Million, the producer as well. And Trax was hosting a New Year's party. And he called me like, what you doing? In my head, I'm like, shit, probably stay in the house. Because every time I go out, it go up. It's something going to happen. Yeah. He like, come out. And we go, and like they got the VIP section with the bottles, and I just knew like at that, like I'm like, this is where I want to be. Like, you know, I'm like, this is where I want to be, and then we just rocking from there. Like, you know, every time you sit up there and go against something your chick wants you to do and something bad happen, they hit you with this. That shit wouldn't have happened if you was with me. Shout out to the ladies. They definitely they can't wait to say that. Told you so. Oh yeah, for sure. You know, that's damn near in stone. Yeah. So from the moment that you met your manager, when did you officially make him your manager? Like, what was the timeline on that? From the time I met him, I say it was about 5 months. Okay. 5 months from like meeting him to when it started getting tight. And then when it happened was the Empire deal. You know what I mean? Because as an artist, you gauging like, no matter what the credentials or accolades are, what can this guy do for you? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or what can I do for him? You know what I mean? How is it going to work? And he put his foot down and orchestrated the Empire deal for me because I'm signed to through Empire, you know what I mean, right now. And when that happened and the paperwork came through, I'm like, oh, this nigga's my manager. You know what I mean? Like, this nigga didn't orchestrated that and put that together. So, you know what I mean? At this point, that's when I'm like, it's official because now it's business being done. Yeah. Yeah. So if you were ever going to be a manager, what is your favorite characteristic about your manager that you would want to take and be a manager with? You get what I'm saying? No, I get what you're saying. It's fun. It's hard because he's me. We got the same birthday, like both June 14th. Okay. So stuff he does, it's like I'm seeing me, like.
Oh, like, I get what you saying.
Yeah, so it's like when you ask like, what do I see in the manager? I'm like, first off, like not taking like no for an answer, like hella determined. Like you can't tell me nothing, so I see that in him as far as like getting something done. That nigga's gonna make it happen. Yeah. I don't know how, whatever it is. Like we can be. I give you an example. Like we was in LA. We was in Hollywood, and it was an Empire party, and the fire marshals was tripping. It was too many people on the rooftop, and they wouldn't let nobody in. It was shut down. I don't care if you was an A-list artist, you out there with your Rolls Royce, they not letting you in. It didn't matter. It was like a safety precaution with the fire marshals. This nigga, like, I don't know, he disappeared for a minute, like, we're gonna get in. Came back. I don't know. It's like the movies. Like this nigga took us to the back, had some lady come meet us, and we went through the kitchen, and we went up a private elevator, and we was in there. Like I'm in there shaking hands with her. I'm like, this nigga don't quit. Like instead of so that's one of them characteristics. Is like just the determination and just the nonstop grit. Like you know what I mean? Not taking no for an answer. I think if you gonna have a manager, you gotta have that somebody who gonna fight for you for real. Yeah. Not just be like, all right, you know, like, well, let's go around this or whatever. They gonna really fight. Like, you gonna tell they fight. Yeah.
For sure. Shout out to my manager, you know, that nigga S-Class. He ready to get him up in Pakistan parking lot. You know, that's where the shit started. You know, one time I heard him say, that's my boy. Niggas is stupid though, but it do feel. I mean, you know, it gives you a certain level of confidence when somebody, you know, somebody got your motherfucking back though. Yeah. You know, and this is just way off the subject, but back on the subject. You know, like a lot of kids really don't do that well in sports. Black kids because they don't have a dad or a mom that can make it to the game. Yeah. Because now the coach think that nobody cares about them, so they do them any kind of way. Yeah. You need support on all levels. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I definitely get jiggy with that because I play sports and I know the difference between my mom coming to the games and Pop Warner and her not being there. And it's also that sense of support where it make you do better because you feel like she here now, so I gotta act the ass. Like that's when I went the craziest. Like I'm really showing out type situation, and it feel like that when you got that support. Like I gotta prove them right. Like they support, like keep supporting me because I'm gonna do right by you.
Or a motherfucker that really wasn't as good as you, but they mom and dad came, so they played.
Oh man, don't tell me about that. I know, man, and you looking at it like.
Yeah, they mom and dad there watching the coach and talk. And probably got a donation too. And here your ass want to weasel in off the project, smelling like motherfucking a little bit of weed. You wasn't smoking, but your uncle was that dropped your ass off. And now later and shit like that. You know, shit like that though. People look at shit like that.
Yeah, they pay attention to all of that. The coach definitely gonna play different or put you in like with more minutes. If you got somebody over there like in the ear, like, man, you better put my son in. Yeah. And he know he about that, like.
Yep. You know what I mean? Hey, put away the strap though. I saw that. I saw that. So I was gonna ask you. I don't remember if I asked you earlier, but what is the name of the album?
The name of the project is gonna be titled "The Bad Guy."
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So you got your track listing already?
Yeah.
How many?
12, 13.
Oh, that's short and sweet.
Yeah. We got a ton of songs, but it's down to 12, 13. Yeah.
Talk about a song that you didn't think that it really went, but everybody said, man, this is the one.
Man, a new record. Well, not new, but it's I talk about that. No, I know that, but I'm saying like with everybody else. Oh yeah, so it's a Break My Heart is the name of the record, and it was like I knew it was gonna go crazy, but a lot of people like they hearing it and they like, yo, this is bigger than somebody. This is gonna take off.
Well, shit, I like it. It's like he can either go, somebody break my heart or break my heart. Somebody, you know what I mean? That shit is like the prequel and the sequel in this.
Yeah, it's definitely like that in the feel for it too.
So this is what I'm getting out of you because I done heard you talk, right?
Yeah.
You said that you rapping and you said that you singing, right?
Yeah.
So are you doing more singing now than rapping?
I'm doing a lot more singing.
Okay, because
like, like the harmonizing and the melodic stuff, a lot more of that. Because for one, it's winning for me, and I saw myself grow as an artist into that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, even when my beat selection and production selection is not geared toward rap as much anymore. Like, I'm not getting them hard beats with that. Like, I'm getting the more melodic type beats, which inspired me to write.
I mean, I like some of the new shit. You know, the singing. I mean, motherfuckers want to get shot in slow motion, nigga. Come on, man. Pink Uzis and purple bullets. You know, nobody motherfucks do. You like shit. You know, nigga want to get popped in slow motion around this moment. You know, like with the rolls that just hit the ground and bounce.
Wow. Dancing in the rain and the Glock go off.
All that shit, you know. But so who is on your beats?
So Tracks, you know, that's like in-house, and then
shout out to Tracks a Million.
Yeah. And then I got, Rob Lowe. Okay. But on the project itself, Daquan on the Rise, and a couple other producers, not really big names like that right now, but that's really the notable ones that's on the that you're gonna hear about. Like,
that's dope though. So you got some good people in your corner.
Yeah, I'm blessed to.
You know what? I gotta tell you something though, right? You said June 14th, right?
Yeah, June 14th.
Pac is born June 16th.
Yeah.
You know what Pac do that I seen you do a little bit? Pac is the type of motherfucker that he's the only platinum artist that every time you listen to his platinum album, you hear a bunch of motherfuckers you never heard of. Yeah. I mean, it almost felt like he was going to get some weed and be, hey, you coming to the studio, fuck that, you going to the studio. That's how you pull Baby though.
Yeah, that's exactly. It was off the block. Like, literally, it don't get when people like, man, from the streets or the projects, it was literally on the block. Like, she was like, it's a story behind it for how she got right there, and that was like, I'm on the block and it was some dudes. I guess something happened to her boyfriend car or something like that. Mm-hmm. And she came upstairs to address it to see, like, like, did any of y'all had to do with that? But she kept looking at me. Yeah. And that ain't even my character. But as she keep looking at me, I'm thinking she accusing me of doing it. But like few minutes later, she like talking about like she do music, like she want to sing, like this type stuff. So then that's when it got to a part where I'm like, man, you sing? You know what I mean? So she was dope, like, and she sung, and that's how that happened.
That's crazy.
Off the block, like. Yeah.
That's crazy how all those things were key pieces into you getting her on there. Yeah. Now, are you on a record label? Yeah. What's the record label called?
Empire. It's the record label is 7 Entertainment, is distributed through Empire.
Okay, 7 Entertainment? Yeah. What does that mean? Like,
that's my daughter's name.
Oh, gotcha. So you the CEO? Yeah. Oh, talk about that.
I mean, when I did the deal, when PK bought the situation, we was doing the deal, he was like, Empire's going to distribute us, but you can have your own label. You know what I mean? Like, what you want to do? Like, what do you want to call it? Like, they're giving you opportunity to have your own label, and they'll distribute it. And I was like, I put some thought into it, and then I was like, 7 Entertainment, because I love my daughter dearly, and I want to leave something for her if anything was to ever happen to me. And she inspired me to do it, and I just named it after her.
Gotcha. Dope. So now that we talked about the upcoming project, talk about some of your previous projects that you had before that's leading up to this.
So one of the bigger records was with my brothers, Blueface Kids. It was Make a Way. Mm-hmm. It's doing well. It got like 1 million views. That's where like the melodic part came in. I think when I first started kicking it into that gear, singing, and then after that, post that, I got like Sacrilegious, and I had like Hotbox was a record I put out, and it was another one. Can't think of it right now, but those records started doing well. Like thousands of views type situation. But those kind of start shaping me into like the artist I am now. It's kind of like in the gym getting your practice shots up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just putting them up. Like, all right, let me get it. Like until you start really hitting. Like, all right, that's
my shot.
Yeah, it's my shot. Yeah.
Gotcha. So let's skip to the future real quick. Where do you see yourself in about 3 years?
In about 3 years, I'm gonna be a multi-millionaire. I'm gonna see myself have built a studio for my community. I see myself with a couple of awards, Grammy nomination, alive, and at my daughter kindergarten graduation.
Damn, no. You know what? I like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never heard no motherfucker say, you know what I'm saying, alive. I mean, shit. That was deep. You know what I'm saying? And as far as you building the studio, nigga, we can get a GoFundMe rocking around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Before we get out of here, man, tell people where they can find you at your music and mention the single again.
Somebody by Mico Cocky, Me, featuring Quando Rondo and KZ Vokes, out now on all platforms. The music video is out now on Above All YouTube page. Go stream that. Go get that. However you get it on TikTok, I need y'all to start coming up with some TikTok dances. Make it go viral on TikTok. And, grab your boo. I've been told a couple babies been made off this song. You know what I mean? I want to be another honorary goddad. So come on, let's get some more going on. And you can find me at Mico Cocky on Instagram, on Twitter, and on TikTok, MICOCOCKY. Shout out to my team. Shout out to Mal, Alias. Shout out to PK, my manager. And you know what I mean? And thank y'all. Thank Fame and the whole squad for, having me. I appreciate y'all so much. And when he got a stand-up comedy show, I'm telling y'all, go see this shit. Like, this nigga's really funny, yo. Like, real shit, yo. I'm not bullshit.
You know what I was thinking, though, man? When she said that her boyfriend card came up missing, right? And she looked at you. You know what you should have said? I stopped that for tape recorders, baby. I noticed that you had like a few videos and stuff like that. So are you only into music? Like, are you into any other form like of camera work and stuff like that, like movies?
Movies. That's crazy you said movies. I'm actually casted in one. K. Lou, he's a producer, from the Bay Area. He produced a lot for Master P back in the day.
K. Lou in Richmond?
Yeah, K. Lou in Richmond. Yeah, so he got his hands in it. Well, one of his endeavors right now, he in the movies. He producing a movie, him and his team. And I got casted for one of the roles on there. And the title of the movie is Deep in It. And when I went to, like, I always knew I wanted to do, you know what I mean? Everybody be like, they want to be a celebrity, a star. Yeah. So if you do music, you like, I want to be an actor too. So they had auditions at a school out in, I forgot the name of the school, but it's like toward, like Richmond kind of area. And it was like hundreds of people in there, like auditioning. And like, I'm just looking like, man, I ain't gonna get this. So I go in there, and when I get in there and I do my lines, like, they was fucking with it. But once again, you gotta show me. So I'm thinking y'all just gassing me up. Like,
you know what I'm about to say, right? She done, your baby mama done fucked around and sent some money over there. Bless her heart.
Like, but like, nah, they was like, you did great. Then they called me back. And then we start filming. So right now they're in post-production right now, like editing. I had to do like some voiceover work and stuff like that. But it's dope, like, to really see that. And it's crazy because I had got emailed to audition for another movie that I just saw recently about to come out, and it's with Johnny Depp and Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
And it's like a movie about Biggie, but I turned it down once again thinking that shit fake. Like, I always had this thing in my mind where I'm just like, this ain't, you know, like this ain't real. Somebody playing with me type situation. So, yeah, but the movie title, Deep in It, it should be out either the beginning of 2022 or I'm going to say like the winter of this year right here.
So, I got to ask you something. What, are you like a major character or a mid-minor? What?
Nah, I got a couple of lines in there. I'm not a major role. I got about 10 lines in there. Mm-hmm. But it's an important part of it. It's the movie based on like a crooked cop.
Okay. And
the scene I'm in is I get pulled over and he do me dirty. You know what I mean? He's a crooked cop, and it play a significant part in the storyline to show for character growth for him. Like, so you can, as a viewer, as the movie going, you be like, this nigga really a piece of shit.
Gotcha. So if I'm watching it, I know it's you.
Yeah, for sure. You gonna know it's me instantly. I got enough lines in there for you to know it's me. It ain't one of them where you just like, hey, and then, you know, look off to the camera. You saw me, rewind it. It ain't one of them.
Where a motherfucker be like, check me out at 1 minute and 12 seconds. Motherfucker be like stuck on that, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, you gonna know it's me for sure.
For sure, man. Well, thank you coming out, man. I'm so proud of you, man.
I appreciate it.
Man, you got your shit popping, and guess what?
Sure.
Believe.
Off top. Off top.
Peace.